Okay, Brian.
Take two.
What is your favorite kind of tree?
Pine. Next question.
Well, you have to, oh, let me explain the rules here. You have to give me an answer, a complete answer, not just a word. You have to explain why on things. And if you pop off with a smart-ass answer, you can say pop off and then go and re-answer the question, okay?
I can re-answer the question?
Re-answer the question.
Oh.
Just say pop off, smart-ass. All right, so first question. Why are we here?
We're here right now because Dad forgot to turn on the audio for our first take, and we're doing it again with completely different questions so that we can actually have audio. Is the audio playing this time? Is it playing this time?
We did an audio check.
Yeah, but is it playing like when we're recording right now?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Yeah, me too.
All right, why are we here?
We're here today because it's Dad's birthday, and I offered him as a birthday present to do whatever he wanted for a complete hour. And this is what he chose, is to hook up 2 cameras to my face and ask me a bunch of questions.
Okay. What's your least favorite subject in school?
My least favorite subject in school? Oh, this is the exact opposite of the question you asked me last time. So, let's see, I'll have to think about this one. I don't really dislike all that many subjects in school. I do dislike my art class though, because just because of how like it's placed. You know how like you have classes and then you have lunch and then you have classes after lunch? Well, this is our class after lunch, like right after lunch. And with a lot of the kids at my school, they can't calm down after eating lunch. And so it's just too like insane at art. And I can't get any work done because of like all of the noise and all of that crap.
Well, what's your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science, and particularly something like physics or chemistry in science, because those are just like I've always loved those just because they explain so much about our life, and they're just so interesting to me. Like I've always found physics and science physics, science, and chemistry just so interesting, and like whenever I get the chance to study them or learn about them, I'll take it right up, like without even thinking about it.
Okay, if I asked you one question in your whole 8th grade year of school, the grade depended on how you answered this question, how would you feel about that?
I don't understand the question. Like, you're giving me a grade on how well I answer a question?
Yeah, everything you've done in school doesn't count, but how you answer this question gives you your grade for the 8th grade.
Well, I'd say that that's a load of bullcrap because IC says otherwise. All right, I'm just kidding. That's not really what I do. I would probably just like make sure that I nail this question.
All right, here's the question. Combine science and art in one idea and explain it.
Okay, well, you know, I've actually been thinking about this, and I'm very happy that you asked this question because my art teacher talks about this all the time. And so you need to know like how to do science and chemistry and specifically very well in order to do art, because when you are mixing colors with art, you have to, or like even if you're making a color, you have to learn what kind of chemical reaction will create a certain hue in a substance, and then you have to give it a texture. So you have to know what kind of ingredients and mixtures and like what they'll do to create a nice paint or a color for art or a certain sculpture kind of material. Basically any kind of medium you're going to be using, you have to know what kind of chemicals and what kind of substances are in that. so you can create it, and then therefore make art and like draw or paint or whatever you're gonna do with that medium.
Okay. Is there any way that art affects science?
Yeah, I'd say that art kind of gives, it's very creative. Art is a very creative subject, and I'd say that whenever you create an art piece, you could create it in a scientific manner. Like you could create it of like stars and of like a diagram of like what the planet is made out of, or you could draw a diagram of really anything scientific if you wanted to, and that's art if you think about it. You know, you're drawing a diagram, and you need to give good visuals so that it can be understood. And if you don't have good visuals, then you can't understand the diagram and you can't understand the science behind it if you're trying to learn this certain subject.
Okay, pretty soon you're going to be 15 and a half.
Pretty soon? You mean like in a year?
Yeah. What is it you're looking forward to and why?
Well, 15 and a half is a very specific number for you to ask. So, well, when I'm 15 and a half, I'll pretty much be almost done with my first year of high school. So, I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll be most likely I'll be trying to get into an AP program in high school, and I'll just be really thinking about what I'm going to be doing with my life, and things are going to get really real about that. And now you're talking about driving, and I know that I will be learning how to drive, but I don't think that 15 and a half is even legal to start driving in Colorado. But I'll have to look more onto that. But I do know that I will be driving soon, and that is going to be exciting because it's going to give me a whole new opportunity to explore this world that, you know, I really don't know much about.
Believe it or not, 15 and a half is the age when you can get your permit. 16 is the age when you can get your license.
Wow, I thought that it was like 16 that you get your permit, and then like 18 you're able to drive.
All right. If you could pick a country to take photos in that you think is the most beautiful country in the world, which one would you pick?
Can I choose like? Oh, man, that's a difficult question. I think I'd have to choose Japan to go to, because I've seen how I've seen pictures of Japan, and it's just, they have like really intricate art there, and it's very good. I like that art. It's very pleasing to the eye.
Feng Shui.
Now I don't know what that means, so I'd have to learn Japanese in order to go there. What's your favorite rock?
What's your favorite rock?
You're not really asking that question, are you? Okay. Oh my god. So, I'd say, are you talking about like the different types of rock, like metamorphosis or igneous?
You can be as specific as you want.
Alright, then I just have to say sedimentary rocks are like my favorite type of rocks, if I'd have to choose one. I don't really think about it all that much because, you know, I'm not really that kind of person who sits at home thinking about rocks all day. I think probably more about important things, and that's what I think are important, like school and what I'm doing tomorrow, or, you know, planning ahead instead of thinking about rocks. But if I had to choose like what my favorite rock was, I'd say probably something that's sedimentary.
What was your favorite thing that happened yesterday?
Yesterday? I'd say probably the sun rising when we went ice fishing. When we went ice fishing, we got up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we got there, it was like completely dark, like still nighttime, and it was just it was so cold. Like I could almost not stand it. It was like I could not feel my fingers, my toes, and then the sun came up and it started cooling things off, or I mean it started warming things up, and I felt a lot better when it started warming things up.
Where were you?
Weren't we somewhere in the mountains? I was kind of like half asleep for that trip.
Tarryall Lake.
Yeah. But yeah, I knew that we were somewhere in the mountains.
What were you doing there?
We were ice fishing.
How did we do that?
How did we ice fish?
Yeah.
Well, we would drill a hole in the ice. Well, we would go out onto the lake that was like completely frozen over. There was like a little bit of water underneath it, so there was like fish swimming underneath the ice layer, and we would go out onto the ice and we would drill a hole into the ice with an auger, and we would drill like multiple holes so that all of us could fish. We put a tent over the holes, and then we set up kind of like chairs and a bunch of that, and we started fishing in the holes. We didn't catch any fish, but the other people who came along caught big fish. My favorite TV show? I don't know, I don't really think about what my favorite is. I do like TV. I like to watch TV. But I don't really have a favorite. I like pretty much all of the TV shows that I watch. If I don't like a TV show, I don't watch it. So, unless it's like a TV show that I really like, I don't watch it. So, if I had a favorite program, it would just be like pretty much all of the shows that I watch. So, pretty much all of the shows that I watch are my favorite show, to be honest with you, because
If you had to give up video games for a year, how much money do you think you should be paid to offset that loss? In other words, I'd stop playing video games for a whole year if you gave me
$100.
just 100.
It's not like it's not like it's a physical need for me. Like
I'll give you $100 this year if you don't play video games.
really.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would like if somebody offered me that, I probably wouldn't take it up because I don't honestly think that I need $100 that much.
200.
Okay, and now you're negotiating with me. That's what I'm getting from you right now. Cause
I'm trying to figure out what your real number is.
Oh well, I don't really know about that one then because
$500.
yeah, I don't know because it has become like a part of my daily routine. But it isn't like a physical need for me to survive.
$500.
$500, I might do that.
Making a real offer here.
Yeah.
On tape. Everybody's a witness.
2 cameras. I can't get. Why are you doing 2 cameras? I can't get over that.
A-roll, B-roll.
You got a roll and a B-roll?
A-roll, B-roll.
I don't get that, but so I don't know. That's a difficult question because it's already become a basic. Like it's already become something in my life that I do.
Going once?
Are you like forcing me to stop playing video games? Because that's what it sounded like.
Going twice?
Because this is just your birthday present. This is like an hour.
Offer gone.
Okay. I don't honestly care.
When you become an adult, how do you see yourself as an adult? What do you see yourself doing?
When I become an adult, I'll be 18, so I see myself going to college. And I see myself learning about science. And then I see myself going and pursuing a job in science.
What scares you more than little girls?
So yeah, besides like little like pale phantom girls, I'd say what scares me the most is just people like just being very dangerous in general. It's just like people being very dangerous.
What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Scariest movie I've ever seen? Oh, I don't think about that stuff all that much. Darn, I'd have to say Alien. I'd have to say Alien.
Last time you said that if you had one favorite thing to do, you'd take your friends and go to a major store and run around for 24 hours doing whatever you want with no one else in the store. What's the first thing you would do?
The first thing I would do when I got to the store is I'd find, like, you know that garden center that some stores have? Like with a real big supermarket, like Walmart. They have like a big room that is like that they like showcase like holiday stuff in. And right after the holidays, they take all that stuff down and the room is like completely empty. And I think that like the first thing I would do in there is I would probably devise a cart riding course. Like I would like get a bunch of like cones, like traffic cones, and I would just like devise my own course of like riding through on a cart, and that would be a lot of fun.
Cool.
I think I might like have a race or something, but you know, I just have to see when I get there. That's not happening, but you know, like if I got there, then that would be what I did.
If you could pick one single scientific instrument that you don't have that you wish you could have, what would it be?
I've been thinking about this one. It's a, I keep forgetting the name of this thing. It's a device that it'll like stir a solution really quickly. It mixes a solution very quickly, and it would be very useful for mixing solutions.
We already got one of those.
No, yeah, but it's something else. It's something else that like you put a test tube in it, and it spins around really fast.
Oh, a centrifuge.
Yeah, one of those.
That doesn't mix them, that separates them.
Yeah, that's a centrifuge. That's what I would want. If not that, then I'd say probably.
Why would you want one of those?
Well, just I'd see what I could do with it, and
separate white and red blood cells.
Yeah. If I couldn't have that, because that's kind of unrealistic for like right now, but if I couldn't have that, then I'd say, I'd have like an encyclopedia of all the elements and how they react, and like what their like reactions are and their stability is. I know that there's a certain name for that kind of thing, but something that like has all of the elements in it, and it like it shows like what they would react to, what not to put them with.
Okay.
That way I could actually start thinking about like what I would mix together.
What are you looking for from high school?
What am I looking for from high school?
Yeah, one single thing.
One singularity?
One single thing.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I think what I'm looking for from high school, I don't know exactly yet because I haven't gone to high school, but what I'm hoping for is for them to like teach me all I need to know to get into like a really good college and start my life and like my career. I'd like to start my career off by like teaching me the basics and like a little bit of like maybe what I'm gonna be doing with my career.
Okay. Anything you want to say before I turn off?
Yeah, why are you having 2 cameras again?
A and B rule.
I still don't understand. Why do you have two roles?
Breaks up the monotony.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.